Hello, my name is Erin Mazakis, and I am doing my persuasive speech about the importance of washing your hand. There are many reasons as to why you should wash your hands to prevent the spread of germs and other diseases. Washing your hands the right way can prevent the spread of the germs that cause diseases like bacteria and viruses, and it can also prevent gastrointestinal and respiratory infections that can cause complications in the young, the elderly, and even those who have weak immune systems. Yes, these little creatures here over here. I work at a hospital, and in the hospital, we believe in that you foam in and you foam out, meaning that before you even go into a patient's room, you are to use the hand sanitizer that is provided, and before you walk out, you are also to use it. Of course, you are also supposed to wash your hands while you're in when you're finished with the patient also. At the very beginning, when I first started working at the hospital, they did an experiment, and with that experiment, what they did is they had a special lotion that you washed on your hands. You just wiped it all over your hands, and then they would take a conversation, so you really didn't pay attention to what you were doing. Then they would ask you to go wash your hands. Once you were finished washing your hands, they would take you into another room, and it would be like a black light room. And in that black light room, they would show you everything that you touched, how you wash your hands, if you had where you did not successfully wash your hands in certain areas. Mine is I tend to bend my hands when I wash. I don't know why, I just do. So right into the crease there, I have where the germs tend to stay. So I have to work very diligently making sure that I wash my hands correctly. Germs can survive for up to 3 to 4 hours on your hands. It's crazy. But yes, they can live on your hands and your fingertips and your elbows for up to 3 hours on your hands. There are between 2 and 10 million bacteria on your fingertips and elbows alone. So just think about everything that you have touched within the last 2 to 3 hours with your hands. Such germs that you can get are E. coli. You can get Hep A, staph, just a few to be mentioned. You should wash your hands. Some people are like, okay, well, when would you wash your hands? When would be a good time to wash your hands? And I always say the best time to wash your hands is anytime you go to the toilet, before you prepare any kind of food, if you're handling any kind of raw foods, if they're foods that you've already cooked, foods that you've went to McDonald's and bought home. You should wash your hands after using a tissue, blowing your nose, coughing, before and after attending to a sick child or a sick patient. You should do that also. If you are a smoker, please wash your hands before and after. Make sure that you wash your hands before after you take out the garbage, of course. Handling animals, a lot of people don't think about that, but animals alone have so many germs. Opening and closing doors. My oh my. I try not to use my hand as much as possible when I'm opening a door or closing a door. Hand washing can prevent many illnesses and the spread of infections and that you spread to others. People tend to touch their eyes, their nose, their mouth without even thinking or realizing, and that the germs can get into their body with these places. And that goes back to the experiment at the hospital where they put the lotion on the hands, and you don't think about touching your face, scratching your face, whatever. They can multiply in some of those foods and the drinks that you drink, and the conditions can make you sick. Germs from hands that are not washed can transfer to things like handrails, tabletops, and it can transfer to other people's hands, so that's just nasty altogether. According to the CDC, knowing the importance of hand washing reduces the number of people who will get sick with diarrhea by 23 to 40%. It reduces the illness for people with weak immune systems by 58%. Reduces respiratory illnesses by 16 to 21%. Reduces absentees from children at school because of being sick. A lot of times people are like, okay, well, I use hand sanitizer. Well, hand sanitizer is not always good. So, just know when to soap in, when not to. Specifically, if you work at a hospital, there's some things that will not cut it, and C. diff is one of those that will not cut. Oh, okay. You've also got where washing your hands also helps against antibiotic resistance. People take antibiotics for everything. We don't need antibiotics for everything. Although antibiotics are often prescribed unnecessary, these are the types of health issues. Reducing the number of infections by simply washing your hands frequently prevents the overuse of antibiotics, which is a single and important factor leading to antibiotic resistance around the entire world. Hand washing can prevent others from getting sick, and the germs that are already resistant to the antibiotics that are already able to treat. And there is just one more thing. This is probably the simplest thing to remember. When you do not know how long you should wash your hands for it to be effective, just sing the happy birthday song twice. Thank you. Bye-bye.